So, do you think we're ready to race on Sunday?
Absolutely not. But hopefully by Saturday we will. It's the goal anyway. So they're just doing last finishing touches. I say finishing touches. Motor tensioning, cooling, bodywork. So quite a lot to do, but we've got a week with an almost empty workshop. So fingers crossed, it'll all get done.
We are mapping out the bodywork. We've decided to do the entirety of the main body and sort of front body panels all as one. So to do that we need a large 8x4 ABS sheet. This cardboard net that we've made, which you may have seen in previous images, is basically I've mocked up, cutting out cardboard panels, fitting them on the car, so we know that this is pretty much the net that we want. So we're drawing this out on the large sheet of ABS. We're then going to cut, leaving ourselves room on the outside, then sit it on the car, mounting it sort of at the cockpit entry, and then start trimming it, sort of code working it around, fastening it sort of rib nut by rib nut, until it's all pretty much on as one piece.
The same length?
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the tube was slightly shorter because one of their stub axles hadn't gone all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll show you. We can use a clamp or something when we put it in so yeah, just have to mark it off.
And then use the chop saw.
Could use a chop saw. We could just hacksaw through it.
We'll clean it
Tidy
up
up,
first.
yeah. Face up the edges and then we can heat shrink it.
Goodwood's a really nice circuit, so it should be better for our car than Rockingham, so we hope it's come top 10.
And do you know who's driving?
I think it's me, Ed, and a full former, so either Rohan or Nick.
Alex, how are they doing?
Very well. We had some contact, so we're quite far back. Now we managed to catch up.
Okay, so there was some drama at the start of the race. Do you want to tell me about it?
So I was going along next to the inside line, and my rear end started moving around, and when I turned around and looked, someone had just crashed straight into me. The damage wasn't too serious because we weren't going that quickly and relative speeds weren't that high. But yeah, still annoying.
And did the car go okay after that?
Yeah, the car was good, the car was fine.
And the new axle's working well?
New axle is working very well. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
So, Justin, how's the data station going?
It's going well. We're still experimenting with trying to make the telemetry work, but we've got some good readings on the junior car going around. Some good results testing the system. Still not working live, but we'll see where it gets at by next race.
You just come out of the car after your half an hour. Let me know how it went.
It went really well, yeah. We were quite quick around the two-way section, but towards the end we were much quicker. It was downhill and we got to overtake lots of cars. The car was quite comfortable and I really enjoyed my first race there.
You were in the last half an hour of the F24 race. Tell me about it.
Well, I mean, we were actually doing quite well. We overtook a few cars, and then basically we were starting to run under power, and to save the battery we had to stop. And I was on the last lap as well, so just another 3 minutes we could have gone, we could have reached checkered flag, but to save the batteries we decided to stop. And however, we stopped halfway through the lap, and that meant that the recovery vehicles took about half an hour to get to me. So I was stranded in the middle of the track doing nothing for half an hour, so it was a bittersweet feeling. I had a nice battle with one person before I stopped, so it was worth it in the end.
Yep. The race should go great. The telemetry is working, so it's working in the car. We have to get it set up in the upstairs, but apart from that, that's good. The car is looking great. We need to vinyl wrap the rest of the car, but the nose cone is already vinyl wrapped and it looks awesome. Hopefully this is going to be a great race.
F24 plus race.
Duct tape down the cover and then coming in.
Come on, DC. And the flag is dropped, the cars are going. Fantastic start by 537, already jumping the row ahead of him, just like 538. There's next to be a Renaissance car stopped at the beginning. That's going to cause some issues for the cars coming through. Yellow flags are...
You're in early, what happened?
So the car was going especially slowly. We think the gearing was a bit too high. The voltage was extremely low. It said it was 1.8 volts. We think there's an error though with the meter, because at one point it said 0 volts and the car was still running, which shouldn't work. The current was also reading really low at 1.15 amps when it should have been reading more like 20 amps. So again, we think the meter is faulty. So two changes. First, we need to change the gearing. Secondly, we need to fix the meter.
So you just come in from the F24 plus race?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you could call it a race, but I came in for the F24 plus 2 laps. We didn't do great. The car was not moving very fast. We think this was partly due to the gearing, partly due to the batteries being low on charge. We're going to have to run the batteries a bit more, I think, to get them conditioned, but oh well. At least we got the car around the track and we could test the telemetry, test all of the gearing systems.
And did the engine stay cool this time?
The engine stayed very cool. The engine was at 35 degrees the whole time, which is extremely cool for F24.
So what was your top speed?
I don't know. I know it wasn't fast, and I know I was overtaken most of the time. I don't think I ever overtook someone, so not fast. No more than 20 miles an hour, I would say.
So how was race day on Sunday?
Race day on Sunday was pretty good. F24 had a really good first race, so we ended up finishing 33rd out of, I think, about 75 people who were competing. But given that someone hit us, and we won't name names, on the first lap, and Ed had to go quite slowly for the first lap and then come into the pit, so Ed had to take an extra pit stop. We were at one point running in 59th, I think, and managed to claw that back to 33rd, which I think was pretty excellent, actually, and some really good shifting with the drivers there. In the second race we didn't do quite as well because we did a bit of strategy we changed the sprocket, I think, on the axle to a smaller one, so the gearing ratio was a little bit smaller, and that meant when we were lapping it was 15 seconds a lap quicker. Not 15 seconds. Yes, 15 seconds. Doing 6:15s or something rather than 6:30s. But it ran out of battery a couple of laps before the end, meaning we dropped a little bit from a very promising 32nd place to 43rd, I think. This guy here, the Plus car, managed to do a full lap, which is continuing our record of improving slightly every time we go to a race day. And it was averaging something like 7 miles an hour, so quite slow. But by the end of the first lap, it had picked up pace, and we think it's a problem with the motor controller with the Porter, so it shouldn't be too tricky to fix in time for Dunsfold, I think is the next race, but it might be Castle Coombe. You're nodding, which suggests it's Dunsfold. So all in all, a pretty good weekend. Yeah, I think lots of successes and a couple of failures to deal with for next time.